TikTok, the Chinese Communist Party. I love it. All right, let's get right into it. Otherwise, I'll get sideways and get kicked off one of these platforms. Woo! What about you? Hey, drop a comment in the box and let me know where you're tuning in from. And then we'll get into some prayers. And anybody out there that doesn't appreciate goodness, I recommend just, especially on TikTok, there's so many infantile morons. And so that's why this whole totalitarian tiptoe is coming down and all the injections. It's to kill off the morons. So don't worry, you'll be gone soon enough. May today there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born in faith in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let this knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. All right, Southern California in the house. Louisville, Kentucky. I love that. Florida in the house. Good to see you. Nashville. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the tips. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, we're here to tune people up. I've been trying to save the world for years, but I realized that you can't really save the world. I think people can only save themselves, right? And what I teach over here is take care of your own real estate, right? When we all do that, then naturally we will transform the world, right? Just pay attention to your own side of the street. Clean your side of the street. When you wake up in the morning, make your bed, right? When you go to bed at night, forgive those that have transgressed against you as much as possible, right? We're all human. We can have, we can be butthurt on someone letting us down on many levels, right? Even ripping us off or lying and cheating and stealing. So we can forgive as much as we can, and we can be grateful for what we have. How about that? Super grateful for what we have. And so I appreciate you, Stevie Toth here. Where are you guys all tuning in from? Sing is out there in London. Anxiety, Huya. You can't sleep. Hey, Bella, here comes man's best friend. How's it going? Oh, and if you guys want a copy of my book, you can send me a DM. This is a hardcover collector's edition coffee table book. And so Ripped at 50, A Journey to Self-Love. This is a spiritual book, and it has all the principles for you to stay healthy for your whole entire life, right? I'll be 60 soon, and I'll be having, my third book will be coming out then. My second book is right here. We're editing it. Brave New Man. It's an allegory from Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. And so, but the hardcovers are still available. You can find me on Instagram. This book will change your life. It's written like a novel. And so it's made to be read, right? And so it's not necessarily about my physique or, it's designed to take the holistic health, 9 pillars of health, hydration, nutrition, sleep, nature, all these things that are baseline fundamental principles. You can't have health if you don't have water, right? If you don't understand purity of water. And so, if you want to get it, it's available with the paperback. It's available on Amazon all day long. If you want to get the hardcover, just send me a DM and we'll get one right out to you. And I can autograph it as well. So there you go. All right. So the Transformational Concise Prayer Program from Howard Wills. How about that? God, please help me forgive all people forgive me, help us all forgive ourselves. Please, God, thank you, God, thank you, God, amen. How simple was that? God, for all humanity throughout all time, past, present, and future, we give you our love and we thank you for your constant love and blessings. Please fill us all with your infinite bounty, generosity, love, joy, peace, and total trust in you, God. Please show us the way always and protect us as we live our lives now and forever. Please, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Amen. All right, so we got a little bit of prayer. How about a little bit of breath work? Put a thumbs up in the comment section if you're down to do some breath work. And maybe you want to put a word down there for your favorite type of breath work. Any word on vitiligo. Vitiligo is an autoimmune issue, so you want to look and see if you were vaccinated. And because if you were vaccinated, oftentimes people are injured and vaccine injured when they're younger, and it manifests into autoimmune expression later on in life. And so with autoimmune, I had black mold exposure. And so, come here. I had black mold exposure. Come here, say hi to the people. I had black mold exposure. Look at that puppy dog. Look at that little puppy dog. There's a little puppy dog. We were up in Sedona yesterday, and we were at a music festival, and I think she had enough of that, and so yeah, vitiligo. So that's a systemic issue. So again, all the 9 pillars of health. We have a checklist as well on my website, and so you can get the checklist, put it up on your refrigerator. And you can put it up on your refrigerator and make a mental note. You know, am I getting pure water into my body today? Did I have about 8 to 10 glasses, depending on how big you are, how hot it is outside, etc., how much exercise you do. Then did I take in organic micronutrition? Most people out there, you included, all you guys, are nutrient deficient. That's why you have muscle sag, skin sag, premature aging, wrinkling, gray skin, etc. And so, and it depends also on your drug and alcohol usage. And so, so you're going to need these things as a baseline, right? Powerful nutrition. That's why I work with a mail order company from our farms to your family. Bioavailable, pre-digested micronutrition. You need the micronutrition, vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. Then you need grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chickens, eggs, raw milk, not pasteurized milk, commercial milk, if you can find it in your local environment. You need to move your body every day. The body is a pump, and the purpose of exercise is to move your lymphatic fluids. So again, I go over that in detail, and I use my life as an allegory to teach the principles, the 9 pillars of health. Hey, Sakamoto, get over here. Come here, Bella. Off. Come here. Yeah. I'm going to take her out after our little meditation time. So this gives you all the baseline, guys. You need the baseline. So if you're going to heal anything, including some kind of autoimmune situation, then you're going to need these. You're going to need sunlight. You're going to need to get your feet in the grass every day. And so you're going to need to do some type of forgiveness, some type of gratitude, right, for what we have. Because life is magical. Yes, it will beat you down. And so that's where the forgiveness comes in, right? And so you can walk free. You also want to program your mind with life affirmative principles. So your thinking is very important. Deprogram your mind and reprogram your mind. And so these are all basic fundamental principles. I know you're programmed to take the magic pill. I want the vitiligo to go away. The discoloration of my skin, it's pissing me off. I get it. The low energy, it's pissing me off. Right, I get it. So there is no magic pill. You can pound coffee till the cows come home. But the fact of the matter is you need nutrition. You need hydration. You need movement. You need proper breathing mechanics. Breathing into your dantian, breathing into your pelvic floor. Your diaphragm is working, right? Your mouth is closed at night. You're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. These are very important things. And then you pay attention to your sleep, and your life will magically change. I don't care what disease that you have. When you start applying these basic fundamental principles, basic biology, basic physiology, and basic psychology, it's like martial arts. Punch, block, kick. All masters teach the same thing. Punch, block, kick. You have to do that 10,000, 20,000, 50 million times until you become a black belt, Bruce Lee, a grandmaster. And so, same thing with golf. Hit the ball in the hole. Very simple game, very simple principle. Just because you know the parameters of golf does not make you Tiger Woods, right? You got to go out there and hit some balls. PTSD, absolutely. You have to have a baseline of nutrition. You have to have a baseline of sleep. Sleep is so important if you have PTSD. We're going to get into some meditation. I already shared some prayers. This is how you reprogram the mind, is with prayer technology. This is how you deprogram the mind, is with meditation. So your thinking process, and this is one of the pillars in the book. So again, I detail everything out there, and my new program, Fit and Free, the Legacy Method, will be coming out very soon, and I will coach you guys all through this, right? It's a direct coaching program. So again, you can get this on Amazon, or paperback. If you want the hardcover book, you have to get it. Send us a message on Instagram, or if you can find us here. And so you have to get a hold of me. Support at certifiedhealthnut.com. We'll autograph it and we'll get it right out to you. That's a good place to start. You can also watch my YouTube videos for free, 1,000 videos for the last 2 decades. So for almost the last 20 years, I've been on YouTube making videos to entertain your soul, to lift your vibration, whether that's nutritional, whether that's cleanse and detox, herbal medicine, whether that's plant medicine, exercise, science, movement, stretching, qigong. It all goes hand in hand to lift your vibration up, to raise your vibration up every day. And then you can heal anything. The body is a self-healing, all-knowing mechanism. We're all children of God, right? And these are the tools that we have. Einstein said we're only using 5% of our brain. So you want to turn the mechanisms on, then you have a fighting chance to use the other portions of your brain, right? To take you to the next level, right? We all have super intelligence in us. And so I had a friend in Afghanistan. He had no access to this type of information. He watched all my videos on YouTube, and it changed his life. I just got done reading your book, just dropped it off at the library. I love that. What library did you get it from? I think I have one in Sedona Library, Santa Monica. How do I lose my belly fat, bro? Okay, well, that one's easy. So get on the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, right? Get the liquid sunshine down your neck. We'll pull you off processed foods, foods that have too much sugar, all organic. And so my average client loses 25 pounds in the first 30 days, and then we'll get you into the rest of my programs. I just want a 6-pack. Well, a 6-pack doesn't come in a pill. 6-pack comes in a lifestyle. And so, but if you want a 6-pack, at least read this book so you know the fundamental principles of getting a 6-pack. Right? You can shoot steroids, and that may give you a 6-pack. Oftentimes, I see people that have really puffy tissues that are on steroids. And so, get on deep nutrition, right? Get really good sleep if you want to have a 6-pack. What school did you get your certificate from? I was shopping around. I went to the Czech Institute. And so the Czech Institute is the highest quality of holistic health on planet Earth. Do you agree that to be hydrated, you have to take a bit of salt with every glass of water? Sure, you have to remineralize your water. You have to mineralize your water or get direct spring water. And so salt is one way, but not all salts are created equal. You need real salt. My mom is struggling with gut health and severe pain. It has now sunk her into impending doom depression. Yes, I realize this. So we are happy to help her. I've been working with a gut reset program for the past decade. And so it's an excellent way to nutrify the body. Somebody wants to do Bastrika. I get it. We can do Bastrika. I like Bastrika because it's short and sweet. Natural hormones in chicken affecting female hormones. Thoughts? Just eat the highest quality food that you can source and don't worry about little things like that, right? You want to balance your hormones? Don't worry about eating high quality meats, right? What you want to do is you want to get good sleep. You want to get good hydration. You want to get farmer direct food and rotate your foods. Don't stay stuck on the chicken, right? And so hormones, there are no isolated hormones. To keep them balanced, you need to be balanced. To keep them balanced, you need to clean out your liver, kidneys, colon multiple times per year. Get the parasites out of your body, clean your blood. That's why I work with greens and the liquid sunshine. The liquid sunshine naturally cleans your blood on a regular and constant basis, and it tastes amazing. This is wheatgrass and spirulina. See that organic certification right there, baby? Right? Gluten-free, the whole nine. And so flood your body with deep nutrition. Got all sorts of nutrition up here. Here's my tart cherry juice, which helps you sleep. It's the only plant on earth, tart cherry, that has naturally occurring melatonin. And so that's also a hormone which will keep you balanced and give you deep sleep. You're gonna get more restoration out of your sleep. Go to bed before 10, turn off your devices before then. And so, anyways, it's all in my book or in my videos. Have you ever gotten a chance to speak with Shervrin of Symbiotica? Yeah, I've talked to that guy at Paul Checks. I'm not a fan of that person, by the way. So the energy, there's not a match. There's not a vibrational match. I get phony baloney. That's just what I pick up on. Forgive me for being honest and talking about my own intuition. And so that's all. Get naked in the sun as much as possible. Absolutely. That's going to solve the majority of your problems if you just get naked in the sun, right? And you're grounded to the earth. Nature's going to teach you. It's going to recalibrate you. I don't care if you have vitiligo or you have insomnia or bad hormones. Get naked into the sun. Do you still wear Paradigm? I have it right here. L. Like Pete Holmes. Who's Pete Holmes? I don't know who Pete Holmes is. Utah rock salt or Celtic sea salt. Yes, those are good. Christos de la Police. Hi, I have tingling in my arms and legs. What do you recommend? All right, something like that is very simple. Do systematic Qigong. I recommend and challenge you to 100 days of Qigong. Qi means energy, Gong means practice. So if you have tingling in your hand, make sure that your spine is flexible, right? Side to side. Get your tissues moving. There's some type of impingement that's happening on your spine. If not the Qigong, go do yoga, right? Do yoga, get stretching, correct your body. Correct your body. And so there are no advanced techniques, only mastery of the fundamentals. There you go, Stevie B. Toth. That's right. I mean, you could consider advanced techniques like butthole sunning and ball slapping and sexual kung fu and urine therapy. They call that shivambu. Like, that's advanced because most people are like, what the hell am I going to slap my balls for? The master only pulls that out when you have advanced. When you've advanced past the fundamentals, right? Like, don't start slapping your balls. Get some sleep. Get out in the sun, right? Take a cold shower. Work on your breathing mechanics. Do the Qigong for 100 days and do the stork walk or any kind of bird exercise, right? Fly like an eagle. All right, I think we should clear the dome piece. Otherwise, I can talk ridiculously forever. And so, but I appreciate, yeah, sleep first, ball slapping later. That's correct, Marissa. Is it okay to use sugar-free substitutes to taper off my sugar addiction? Hard to cold turkey quit. Yeah, and do my ultimate lifestyle transformation, right? Because that's going to break your sugar addiction with dense nutrients. Anytime you're trying to get off anything, tobacco, alcohol, do the ultimate lifestyle transformation 2 or 3 times a year. Well, I would say 2 to 4 times a year. Usually you can do a fast during the change of the seasons. That's traditionally what fasting and cleansing was designed for. The herbs that were available during that season and just to cleanse and detox. And this fasting techniques were utilized before the industrial age. So, consider that. So do the ultimate lifestyle transformation at a minimum twice a year. Reset the whole body. Then it's much easier to get off any kind of addictive substances. And I have a trick to get off caffeine, coffee as well. So I came on here to do meditation. We're just talking. Okay, let's do it, baby. Right? Let's get in some breath work. So I was in Sedona last night. I went to stretch out the face. I went to the Vortifest, Rivers Run Wild. Stretch out the front of the neck. Get the tongue out. Dragon's breath. I saw Rivers Run Wild, a folk band up there, and I put it on my Instagram live yesterday, and the recording doesn't do it justice. Those guys can scream and howl, and the music feels so good. Rivers Run Wild. You guys got to see them live, man. They're so good. And it poured rain. They were trying to play with, they weren't plugged in, or there was only one monitor plugged in, and it was still pouring, and they were huddled around the same microphone. It was wild, man. Rivers Run Wild. They're great. Check that recording out on my Instagram live. See if it inspires you at all. So here we go, guys. We're going to do some Bastrika. We'll do 3 rounds. So inhale and then exhale. All the way down. Exhale all the way. And then come up really strong through the nose. Breathe through the dantian, the belly. Pump the belly button into the heart. Pump the belly button into the heart. And then hold it. We're going to hold it on about the 11th, 15th, and 21 breaths, right? And then squeeze the perineum, right? Do a Kegel and get the energy from your sexual organs. It's going to go up into your pineal gland. Pump, 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 right? All right, here we go. Inhale. Exhale. was that? All right, let's do the other rounds. Then I want to get into some meditation. Here we go. Come back to normal. Stretch out the face. Get the eyeballs into it. Tongue out. Play with your jaw and stretch all the stuff out under here so you don't get a double chin, right? Could do a little floppy disc. Stretch out the fascia. In Italian, faces faccia. Stretch out the faccia. Get into the facial yoga now so that you can age gracefully. If you got to reverse a bunch of curmudgeon crevices, it might be a little more difficult. You're going to have to do a lot of fasting if you want to heal the body. Guys, I turn you on to all the good stuff. Like, do it before, right? There is no magic pill to cure your cancer, right? It doesn't exist. To cure your diabetes, there's no magic pill. These are all lifestyle issues. So get into some basic fundamental principles right now, and then just bake them into your lifestyle. Like, people from the outside, they can say, or even like on TikTok, because they're very infantile sometimes over at TikTok, they could say, oh, you're neurotic, or you're just a health nut, you're crazy because you're all into all this stuff. Yeah, but I don't think about any of it. The stuff I share with you guys, it's completely baked into my lifestyle. And so, and actually I do a lot more practices online because I like to share practices with you, and then I do them. I can get lazy just like anyone else. You know, people come up to me and it's like, you know, like I'm the breathwork king, right? Okay, great. I do a lot of breathwork online, but I get out of the groove for months at a time, and I don't do any breathwork, right? And so don't get baked into the whole illusion, right? And so, but I am trying to say that so many of these techniques are baked into my lifestyle that I can just take them at any given moment and start practicing them, you know, daily. Then I can let them go for months at a time, maybe even years at a time. I don't know about years at a time. But like yesterday, I haven't been up and harvesting spring water in a long time, right? I've been using RO locally in the city here. And yesterday I went up to Sedona and I harvested some spring water up near Flagstaff. There's a spring. And so I don't do that all the time, but yesterday I did, okay? And so yesterday we were driving pretty much all the day. I danced a little bit, but I didn't get that much movement. You know what I did though, as well, is I did an ice bath or a cold plunge in Flagstaff glacier water. We went to a spring And I did a cold plunge. So I did cold plunging and spring water harvesting, and I've done a cold plunge. That was my second cold plunge this week. But anyhow, and this one was in nature. I did one in an ice bath, which was a big plastic container with ice. And so that's not the same. Being in nature is dynamite. Plus all the mud from the bottom of the creek was there, and it was amazing. All right, final round of Bastrika, guys. Then I'll answer a few of your questions, and then we'll get to some meditation. Right? Meditation, silent meditation is always good for social media, huh? All right, here we go. Inhale. Exhale, tongue out. Hold. All right. Groovy tunes. That was great. How'd you guys do? How did you guys do? All right. So, how old are you when you started sun therapy? Man, I've been a sun worshiper forever. I've always liked the sun. I lived on a lake when I was a kid. Do you think it's bad to do breath work with a sore throat? No. I'm interested in what you're sitting on too. This is a beanbag. It's my meditation pillow. I bought it in 1999. I used to sit Vipassana courses, 10 days in silence. Habits to quickly snap out of temptation towards unhealthy habits. I'll be on a roll and the revert. I'm not sure if I understand that question. Southern Florida in the house. Good to see you guys. What immune boosters do you use? Well, everything I use is herbal and nutritional. And so immune boosters, here's a good one right here, Apothecary. Reds and greens are what the body needs. Proanthocyanidins and beta-carotene, antioxidants. And so that's just one. But I take zinc from nature, vitamin C from nature, amla, camu. I work with an herbal company. It's been around for 30 years. And so you can go on my superfood store and check out all the things. Just go shopping what speaks to you. But ultimately, you just want to get the ultimate lifestyle transformation. Start there. And then once we get you feeling and looking better, my average client loses 25 pounds in the first 30 days, and my athletes gain muscle. Most people are just inflamed and they're carrying a lot of water, bloat. And so once you start cleaning out the body and opening up the channels, all that stuff clears out. You look and feel so much better. So do the ultimate lifestyle transformation. Everybody should start there. Any recommendations for someone who just started experimenting vertigo episodes? Yes, read my book. Fundamentally, live a holistic lifestyle. Move your body every day, get impeccable sleep, stay off your phone. All right? If you've got vertigo, you shouldn't be on your phone, right? And so the phones stress you out, right? There's electromagnetic radiation and pollution. The digital switching from one to the next, the blue light that affects your hormones. These things are very powerful, stressful devices. And what I tell people is if you're not making money online, get off of it because it's a high level stress. Get a flip phone. If you need to stay online, join me in business and getting the world healthy, right? We have organic products. Most people out there are selling garbage. I would say that's at a 90+% tile. Most people are selling garbage. Only 4 to 6% of the food on the market is organic. So if you're being sold by someone, flip the bottle over. They're not going to tell you about the other ingredients, the stabilizers, the binders, the fillers, the quality, how they were manufactured, right? None of this it's not important. What you are being sold and told in the world is all marketing, psychological marketing. They tell you, you have a problem and then their solution is this. They don't tell you that it's going to create 10 other problems because of certain ingredients in there, artificial coloring, artificial flavoring, etc. Low grade quality things that are going to clog up your liver and your kidneys, poor nutrition, whey from cows that are shot with antibiotics and other hormones. And so cows that eat corn and they get the whey and the byproducts or the dairy byproducts from there, because most protein powders have whey in them. And if only 4 to 6% of the food on the market is organic, then everything else is garbage. And lo and behold, what do we have? 9 out of 10 Americans are metabolically dysfunctional. 70% of the American people are obese or overweight. Just go out and look at people, right? People are obese. You ever see those little trolleys that they cruise around in, right? People can't walk. They're dysfunctional completely. I mean, these are abject representations of that, but still the statistics are extremely high. My father-in-law, Korean guy, national, he would come over here from Korea and to Santa Monica, and he'd be like, "Oh my God, everybody's so fat here." And that's California, right? That's New York and California. But he would still see the inflammation in him. Asians traditionally, and he was a traditional man for sure, and ate really well and took care of his body. The Koreans are into health. So not all of them. And many Asians have been domesticated now, right? I went to Japan. I was working in Japan in the 90s. It was right after McDonald's and 7-Elevens and all this junk food came there. And the kids would have zits and they'd be fat. And that never happened. My friends told me they'd been there years before, maybe 5, 10 years before. And he said, never saw this. It happened overnight. We brought the junk over there and the people got fat and sick. Nice sweater. Juice cleanses BS. That's great, Jeff. I'm wondering if you're speaking from knowledge or if you're speaking from ignorance, because I've been juice fasting for 33 years, right? I'm 57. And I mean, I understand that TikTok is an open platform for idiocy, but do you speak from knowledge? Have you tried it, or are you just ignorant? And juice, let's define juice, because so many people are confused and programmed. They're programmed to be stupid, right? They have no knowledge, right? They're programmed to be idiots and just open up their mouth and go, meh, right? No, it's not. Do you have any knowledge on it? No, I'm a complete idiot, right? So fresh squeezed juice, high quality organic nutrition straight out of the farm. And if you're getting it from Whole Foods and not a farmer's market, the vitality of the food starts to diminish within hours after being picked. And so fresh squeezed juice, bioavailable, pre-digested nutrition, masticated in a juicer. And so that's bioavailable. That's how I healed a lot of my issues from the standard American diet. And so, and then fasting is age old. Water fasting, juice fasting. Fasting, the definition of fasting is abstaining from any one thing. So you could get off animal products. That's called vegan, right? You could do that for 21 days, see what happens, right? If you pull anything out of your diet, you'll probably definitely lose weight. But that's the great thing about diet. We used to hunt and gather. So rotating all your foods is like a really smart thing to do. It's the way our digestive tract built over the years. And so this is our juice cleanse. We pick it off the farm. We sprout it, pick it, juice it. And the second it's juiced, we have 200-foot tall vats. By the time the juice hits the bottom of the vat, it's powder. And this wheatgrass powder, spirulina, wheatgrass, activated barley, comes to our factory in Compton, California. Organic certification. And so when you put these nutrients into your body, you feel them, right? The number one thing I hear from people that take these products is I've never felt so amazing in my whole entire life. Each serving of this is like 6 servings of fruits and vegetables. It's like eating 2 giant salads. And so in just a cup, boom. And it's pre-digested. And if what I say doesn't change your life, great, get your money back. How many other companies offer stuff like that, right? And we've been in business for over 30 years, and we own farmland. So juice cleanse is BS. My average client loses 25 pounds in the first 30 days. How valuable is that if 70% of the American people are obese or overweight? Koreans smoke tons of cigs. So do Americans. What foods would you say support the gut lining and inflammation? Well, bone broth is a good one. Celery juice is another good one. Activated barley, those are good superfoods, right? We have a product called Renew Skin, Hair, and Nails, which is also good for the gut lining. Remember, you want to know what your gut looks like? Look what your skin looks like, right? Because the skin is an outer reflection of the inside. So think about that, right? People want to be beautiful, but they think they got to go get lip injections and boob injections and fake tits like the Kardashians and put on tons of makeup and dye your hair purple and weird and white. All those chemicals age you. They get into your liver and they age you, right? And yeah. Most of what's sold on the commercial market makes you sick, right? Even if a celebrity is representing it. And so, tits and ass will sell anything, let's face it. Can we get a bicep flex? There you go. What foods would you say support the gut lining and inflammation? Bone broth is good. Raw milk is good. What do you recommend for bloating? Do the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. It's on my superfood store. It's on my link in my bio. Start there. We have a Facebook group. We help people all the time take their health to the next level. And so you don't know what it's like to feel amazing until you feel amazing. And we make it so simple. It's straight off our farms to your family. We have a 90-day program. In the first 30 days, my average client loses 25 pounds and my athletes gain muscle. How is that? When you have pure nutrition coming into the body and you have no extra junk coming in there besides the pollution in the air, the body naturally cleans everything out, right? The organs really start to work. Most people are dealing with constipation. Constipation statistics are very high. If your colon is impacted, it backs up into the liver and the kidneys. It's very hard to clean your blood. Greens naturally clean the blood. It takes 120 days to rebuild the red blood cells, the hemoglobin, and it takes 6 to 9 months to regenerate the organs. You're replicating your nose hairs, eyeballs, spinal cord with every bite that you take. You're either killing yourself um, or replicating yourself, right? Because if you're eating food stuffs like we have on the market today, pretty much, well, let's go back to the statistics. Only 4 to 6% of the food on the market is organic. And so you're going to want clean, farmer direct food as much as possible. Do the ultimate lifestyle transformation, and you'll be happy. And we will coach you through it. And we got a Facebook group, and I've got 5, 6 check practitioners, the highest level of holistic health coaches on my team. Do you have some advice for lipedema? Any issue that you have, I don't care what you call it, health and disease cannot coexist. So get healthy. The book has the 9 pillars of health. It applies to all human beings, healthy or sick, man, woman, or child. The 9 pillars of health, they're basic fundamental principles. You know this in your heart, but you don't do it. Why don't you do it? Everybody knows that they should go to bed at a good time. Everybody knows that they should stay off these devices as much as possible. Everybody knows that they should be drinking pure water, yet they don't. They drink water out of plastic bottles. Right? Everybody knows that they should be eating organic whole foods. Right? But they tell themselves stories. It's too expensive. Organic doesn't mean anything. Oh yeah? Well, I'm here to tell you different. Right? I'm the holistic Kardashians. Right? These are my tissues at almost 60 years old. I've been juicing for 33 years. I've been fasting for 33 years. I've been using herbal medicine for 33 years. How many times do I hear herbs don't work? Yeah? Have you ever tried them? I worked in the Amazon with the strongest plants on planet Earth. Herbs work. I'm here to tell you. And your body is used to having unique nutrients, not domesticated lettuce, carrot, apple, cucumber, banana, like 15 fruits and vegetables, and that's it. No, you want a wide variety of plant materials going into your body because your body's going to know what to do with that. And herbs are to nutrition what acupuncture is to massage. It's very strategic. It's very pinpoint, right? So what do you think about Paul Saladin take on toxic defense chemicals in Paul Saladino? That guy's, whatever. Paul Saladino is trying to sell you some kind of meat products. I do think that you shouldn't be eating a bunch of stuff that's going to inflame you. And there are phytic acids on plants, phytic acids, lectins, and anti-nutrients on plants. That's why you need to sprout them properly. Herbs, for example, you can do tinctures. If it's not a green leafy, like a dandelion herb, which is a diuretic and purifies the liver. So if it's a root or a bark or something like that, get an extract. Or even ginger root, you can take that in powdered form. When it's dried, it's more concentrated, and your body will know what to do with it. You only need the biophotonic mechanism, the light, the energy, the switch to be flipped on inside of you. You can do mega dosing, and that's the way I like to take herbs, to understand my threshold. But ultimately, if you're taking a microdose of herbs, your body is going to recognize the frequency and vibration, and it's going to turn on your genes. It's going to turn on whatever the mechanism that you're taking in, like something like suma root from Peru. Something like that is known as paratoto. It's for everything. It's an adaptogen. It's going to tonify the systems, right? And so Paul Saladino is trying to sell you liver pills, or he was in business with the Liver King, and that guy was on $12,000 worth of drugs a month and not talking about that, right? That's called lying. And then I think he's got a $25 million lawsuit against him as well. And Paul Saladino was in bed with him. Now, Paul Saladino's got some good information. That's like with the internet. You take what's useful, you discard the rest. And so, but when you start adopting their philosophy, my way or the highway, it's the same thing with the vegans. They're sitting there, oh yeah, this is the best, and you shouldn't kill animals, and you're a abominable snowman if you eat animals. And Paul Saladino is no different. Me, take what's useful, discard the rest. But I'm going to talk about fundamental principles: hydration, nutrition, sleep, movement, thinking, breathing, grounding, relationships. You can't ignore these principles. Whatever you can get down the mouth into the body without you being bloated, without you feeling like shit, you can eat. So again, to prepare vegetables or any kind of vegetable material, you have to sprout them, prepare them properly. Sprout them with herbs, for example, tinctures. You can take the roots, the barks. You can do alcohol, which breaks down 30 days, takes all the medicine out of it, and then you just put a few drops in you. You can make teas out of them. When it comes to food and the food's been domesticated, unless you're growing it in your garden, you need to rotate everything, right? Yes, there are nightshades. These are anti-nutrients. Not everybody gets affected by nightshades. Also, if you have a healthy system, you can handle a little bit of phytic acids, a little bit of lectins. Also, know that nuts, grains, seeds all have phytic acids on them. So get off gluten at 100%. Try that. See what happens to your body. Test everything. Don't just take some influencer's word online. You have to test it, including me. Right? It's not my way or the highway. If I say something that resonates with you, test it. How did you handle the fatigue after having the first child in your family? I remember you talking about that. You felt overtired at first, but then changed something. I got down with my holistic health, and I put that in my book, right? Get the book. You can get it on Amazon, or if you want the collector's edition hardcover, you can get this. You can get that by sending me a DM on Instagram or support@certifiedhealthnut.com. Trinity from The Matrix, Carrie Ann Moss, endorsed my book for me. If anybody's watched the movie The Matrix. And Reverend Michael Beckwith. And Dorian Yates, who's a 6-time Mr. Olympia. And Mariel Hemingway, the heir to the Ernest Hemingway legacy. Well, she's an actress, and I think she's an Academy Award nomination. She's a superstar in her own right. Anyways, I know a very eclectic mix of, I don't like using the word celebrity, but anyhow, get the book, because that's fundamental principles. And I paid attention to my sleep. I paid attention to my sleep, and I paid attention to my nutrition, and I paid attention to my stress levels, right? Which is also in the book, The 7 Factors of Stress, because then you can navigate, right? You can navigate how to take care of yourself. You're like, oh, I'm tired. All right, well, maybe I shouldn't go hang out with a bunch of people. Let me go home, meditate, and go to sleep. Let me try that. And so, and I studied at the Chek Institute with Paul Chek. That's how I handled my fatigue. What are your thoughts on people who stay chronically ill no matter what diet or nutrition they do? This is a story for thousands, and from what I've seen, they are too attached to a sick mindset. Nathan, I talk about this all the time. This is an element of neurosis or mental disorder or ill mental health. I had autoimmune disease and black mold, and I used to tell the story all the time and explain to people why I didn't have the energy or why I was feeling sick. And I was lethargic. And I had in 2012, I had I had pneumonia as well. And it was because of this moldy house. And autoimmune is so hard to explain because people look at you and go, there's nothing wrong with you. So what happened to me, I was working out with Marcus Bondi. He is the pull-up king from Australia, Marcus Bondi. He's my age as well. And this was in 2015. So this was 2 years after I moved out of the mold house. And he looked at me and gave me that autoimmune stare like, there's nothing wrong with you. And I was like, you know what? That's it. Because I know that mind over the matter, right? So whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So from that point on, I was like, shit, okay. I'm not going to talk about this anymore or talk about it less. It's hard. It's complicated to explain. Plus, we moved 15 times. That caused a lot of stress in my family. My children had manifestations on their skin because of it. Everyone had their, my ex-wife was exhausted as well. And so eventually I got it up here. That's it. I'm healing myself and that's it. Now, 10 years later, 10 years after being outside of the mold, and I've been reinfected at least once, now I realize that I'm aging and arthritis is coming on. And arthritis and weird neurological things that happened to me from the black mold, subsequently from the black mold, or call it aging, or call it life, or call it, I don't want to go to a doctor and have them start looking for a needle in a haystack, taking my blood, doing MRIs. Why? Because healthy or sick, you still have to apply the 9 pillars of health, the fundamental principles that make up health, right? And so you still have to do that no matter what. And so, and now, I'm approaching 60. So I don't care how I feel. I still have to come back to working on my health. So for example, I was reinfected by black mold. There's a hockey rink here that is nuked with black mold. And it rained last year during, triple digits. And so it was like a sauna and this funk in this ice rink in Arcadia. If you guys know Arcadia, and it's like the ghetto down in Phoenix. This one Thomas Road, there's a Walmart there. And there's just a slumlord run piece of property there that has an ice rink in there. And I walked in after the rain. I knew it was kind of funky anyways, but I only spent an hour watching my son play and then leaving. And boom, he was on the team that was practicing in there. We were driving there. And I walked in one hot day after some rains, and the place was like, boom. And then my son got sick, and I told him, if he got sick twice in 1 month, the first month he went in there, and I said, it's the rink. And I said, if you get sick one more time, because he missed, it was a travel team, and he missed a trip to Vegas. I said, if you get sick one more time, I'm pulling you off the ice. I'm pulling you off that team. And sure enough, he got sick again. I pulled him off of there, and he got better. And then we did some hyperbaric chamber treatments, which is good for mold. And he's been fine. But I got reinfected, and it was affecting everything. I was losing sleep. This was earlier in the year, March, April. It was really gnarly for me. And I just kept paying attention to my R&R. I was doing hot Epsom salt baths. I was going to the gym every day, sitting in the sauna, doing low intensity workout, high volume, low intensity. And so in the gym every day, then I started doing yoga. And, I feel great. Do I still have weirdo arthritis going through my body? Yes. Is my nutrition on point? Like, I don't mess with my nutrition. I don't mess with my hydration, my mineralization, which is my nutrition. I stretch my body out. I exercise my body. I get out into the sunlight every day. I ride my bike because you also have to have the happiness factor, right? And I meditate. My meditation is stellar. I'm in the very high 90 percentile of sitting every single day. I went to a Joe Dispenza workshop in early January, and I've been super committed to meditating every day. And so that has helped me. So, anyways, I hope that helped you guys. I guess Mother Earth has given us a wide array of health in multiple forms, and so we must also be the same way. There is no right or wrong diet than just simply what works for us in the time and place. Right. And we have to watch the thinking and the mindset. This is why somebody asked about Paul Saladino. And let's just throw a vegan in there, right? Yes, I stay away from all soy products for the most part. And if you're not eating organic food and you still eat processed foods, I'm here to tell you that they put soy in most everything, and that can give you man boobs and erectile dysfunction. So yes, I take Oramus sometimes. So with these diet paradigm guys that are my way or the highway and they're trying to sell their supplements, people try and say the same thing about me, because it's not that I'm anti-vegan. I'm just saying watch out for the malnourishment. And it's the vegan dogma that'll get you, not the necessarily vegan food. Because vegan food can work for a little while, but if you're not getting the proper nutrition, gluconeogenesis will set in. The body will catabolize its own tissue to feed the brain. And that looks vegan waif, right? Not everybody looks like that. And those that can pull it off, that's a different anomaly. Mercola says about 4 to 6% of the population can pull off of vegetarian and vegan diets. So, but it's rare. I not never seen a healthy vegan, but it is super rare. Eating raw meat and the potential benefits. I've done that before. And the Italians have carpaccio, and the French have, what is that French dish where they chop up the steak? A steak tartare. What are your thoughts on God's love? I mean, in a healing sense in everyday life. Well, you talk about my healing and what I've been through and the black mold and my autoimmune, um, experience. God is a big part of my life. I work with my prayers. I pray at night. I went through my divorce. I really brought God into my heart and into my love, into my life. And so, and that is my prayer, that I experience God at the level you hear in some of these miracles, right? And so, so I have brought God into my life. I think it's an essential part of healing. Hey, Troy, what do you think of eating raw meat? I answered that. How do we avoid black mold? Yes, I know Ajanus Vonderplants personally, and we've had words because I used to work with an herbal company in the Amazon, and he was trying to tell me that plants have no nutrients or they're indigestible or something like that. And I'd been working with herbs for about 20 years before we had that argument. And so, that's another person that just gets stuck in their way of thinking, my way or the highway. And, how valuable is that? And so, and that brother, I will tell you, because I knew him personally, I belonged to a food club. I didn't know him personally. I just was around him quite a bit at this food club. And he had the worst halitosis, stank breath of almost anyone that I ever, came that close to. I was like, dude, easy with the fucking dragon breath. So, and that's gut rot to me. So, have you helped guys with TBI? I don't know what TBI is. That's the thing. People don't realize that doctor language is made up Latin. Right? They make it up. It's like law. They make it up so you can't understand it. So you have to go to an authority to heal it. But health and disease cannot coexist. So become healthy. Raise your vibration. Turn on your frequency and vibration. Raise the voltage inside your system. Take the biophotonic light, the energy from the sun, convert it into chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the exact same molecular match to hemoglobin with an electron transfer of magnesium and iron, right? The hemoglobin has the iron and the chlorophyll has the magnesium. All greens have magnesium in them. And so there's an electron transfer, and it takes 120 days to rebuild your red blood cells. So you want to replenish your blood, you need energy from the sun, photosynthesis. So the first form of nutrition is sunlight or oxygen, however you want to put it. They're pretty close, right? And so 3 to 5 minutes, no oxygen. I would say the first form of nutrition is oxygen, right? And then sunlight. Nobody can live on planet Earth without sunlight. But you can take in sunlight through plants or through animals, etc. What's your beanbag chair called? It's a meditation pillow. They sell them pretty much anywhere, and it has barley holes in it. I sure wish I could hear this, but my husband keeps talking while you are. Well, it'll be here. You can watch it afterwards. Are chlorophyll tinctures good? Yeah, I mean, depends on the source. Chlorophyll, that's greens. Get a good source of chlorophyll, but we sell cracked chlorella. Cracked chlorella is a natural chelator and binder of heavy metals. So I'd love to earn any of your guys' business. Get on the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. We guarantee everything 100%, satisfaction guaranteed. We've been in the organic superfood market for 30 years. We have 75 herbal and superfood products. I've been juicing for 33 years. Somebody said juicing doesn't work or juice cleanse doesn't work. Okay. Doesn't work for me, baby. Right? Keeps me in pretty good shape. I need to stop smoking. Do the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. You can quit all addictions on that. Fasting, to do fasting, to go within is to go without. How old are you, old timer? I'll take your chick and I'll wrestle you to the ground, buddy. I'm 57. I'm joking. I'm just talking shit, bro. Do you go on podcasts? Yes. Candy Ken invited me to his podcast, and I'm going to LA next week, but I think he bumped me, which kind of pissed me off. I don't like to be bumped for anybody. And so, but Candy Ken wants me on his podcast, and I thought he was very interesting before lockdown started. Very, very interesting fella. And I loved his entertainment and his storytelling and how he did it on TikTok. And him and his wife have a child now, and he's got a podcast. And he's an interesting fella. He likes to work out. And so does anybody know Candy Ken? He's on here. So him, and then Mike Tyson's old podcast partner, Ebb and Flow. I'm going to be doing his podcast soon. And I'm going to be doing Sean Michael Kelly out in Vegas. And so, I did Sugar Sean O'Malley's coach, Tim Welsh, had me on the Red Hawk Recap, which was his podcast. This was earlier in the year, I think January. You can go check that out. And I posted it on my Instagram as well when I went out there and got on their podcast. Sean O'Malley was there, and Sean O'Malley is the welterweight champion right now, champion of the world. What is your silver necklace you are wearing? That's my Paradigm nuclear projector. Where is the store access? You can go on my superfood store, which is in the link in my bio. And then if you can't find it there, send me a DM on Instagram or support@certifiedhealthnut.com, and somebody from the team will take care of you right away. And so you can also go on ishoppurium.com. That is my superfood store, and use the gift card code Certifiedhealthnut. That will save you $100 on the ultimate lifestyle transformation. That's why men are single. I'm celibate. I'm not single. I'm celibate by choice. Does sauna sweat vital minerals out? It can, but you're always remineralizing with your nutrition. You're remineralizing with your nutrition always and forever. Clothes on, dude. You just trying for attention, obviously. Okay, well, maybe that's how you get attention. But the fact of the matter is I like being half naked. I like being naked. Period. I walk around my house naked. You know, and so because I don't have any shame or guilt for being a human being. I have my own pool, my yard, and everything, and it's like I like being naked. And so if I had it my way, you'd be staring at my nuts. So let's just face that there. And there is no shame. And I'm not gratuitously like these OnlyFans chicks trying to show you my tits or my ass or my vagina, you know? And so, and I live in the desert. It's triple digits here. Is fasting 1 day a week good? Yes. Fast on your birthday, the day of the week that you were born. That's an old Chinese mechanism. Another man seeking attention from strangers. God, I hate this. They are all so into themselves. I'm definitely into myself because I'm the motherfucking shit, right? God gave me my gifts. God gave me this temple, and I'm going to take care of it. And I'm doing a pretty good job according to me. I like me, right? And you should like you. You definitely should like you, and you should be proud of yourself. Maybe your parents browbeat you. Maybe they put you down. I understand that. I teach forgiveness because I've had my own issues, right? So let that go, right? Love yourself. This is a journey to self-love. This is what my book is all about. This isn't about my physique. This is a journey to self-love. This is a spiritual book, right? A journey of becoming. Yes, I got the six-pack abs, right? I got that as a byproduct of holistic health. And so everyone should love themselves and be proud of themselves. You're a gift from God. You're a child of God. You're an all-knowing self-healing mechanism. And so take care of yourself. You know, we live in a world that has all this fashion and cologne and makeup, and for what? Right? How about trying natural beauty? Right? The gifts that the creator gave us. And so we get so far away from that. Yeah, just love yourself, guys. This person takes the time to write the same shaming words. Tell me your beard trimming tricks. This is full grown out. There's no trimming. This is the way it grows. Be my dad. Look at this. Blue tail, another man seeking attention from strangers. God, I hate this. They are all so into themselves. And then they're copying and pasting it. I love TikTok. Going back to water. How does one get natural water if there's no spring nearby? Um, um, how does one? Well, there's got to be some type of spring nearby, but you can get a reverse osmosis uh, filtration system for underneath your sink, or you can even get it in a briefcase. Pristine Hydro sells them. Uh, and then get a structuring device, a vitalizer. Get a vitalizer. That's what I have. Um, or the Anna Lema wand. Just try various different things, but do the best you can. What herbs do you take regularly? I take Hoshu Wu. I take garlic, ginger. I do dandelion, milk thistle, and I rotate everything. I take parasite herbs a couple of times a year. I clean out the parasite flush the body. We deworm our animals, right? The dogs and the horses. So the question is do you deworm yourself? Parasites we're in natural symbiotic relationship with fungus, molds, and bacteria and parasites. And so clean the critters out, you know. Um, do my ultimate lifestyle transformation. It's a juice cleanse. Liquid sunshine, all the greens, all organic. See that organic certification right there? Organic certification. And so natural elements with no fillers, no binders, flush the liver, kidney, and colon out a few times a year. And so, that will help you. Thoughts on low stomach acid, looking for a way to gain weight and muscle without eating the negative. What mineral, vitamins, nutrients should I look for on a budget? Well, there is no budget when it comes to your health. I recommend investing all your money into your health because there's a death wish on this planet. And there's other companies that have invested everything, including so much propaganda on the news and advertisement to sell you poison. So there is no real budget. Put yourself first. This is self-love, right? This is action steps with self-love. So low stomach acid, Bile Optimizers has an HCl, hydrochloric acid stimulator. You can try that. You can also try looking into apple cider vinegar and utilizing that. You have to use it wisely, though. You don't do a lot and you don't shoot it straight. You put it in water. I use a little baking soda as well. There's multiple ways to increase hydrochloric acid. I would look into, if you're on a budget, then I would look into baking soda and apple cider vinegar. Look into those two elements. Research the snot out of them, right? That way you're knowledgeable. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just saying go look at the literature. Go look at the history of those substances. What kind of hair products do you use to keep your hair slicked back? I'm trying to find some organic hair pomade or something similar. Chris, I try not to use really anything in my hair. Sometimes I use a hat and it pushes it back. My hair is maybe 2 days with natural oils in it. I wash my hair like every third day. And I ride my bike and sometimes that blows it back. Do you have any tips for opening pineal gland with breathing and having DMT experience? Yes, the Bastrika that I did. So watch the replay of this video. Watch the replay of this video. I've gotten full body tingles, vibrations, but don't know what I can do to finally push over the edge. Do a holotropic breathing session. Go to a yoga studio that's doing breath work, for example, and lay down. You know who Jake Paul's breathwork coach, Lucas Mack, is a friend of mine, and he has a project called Awaken O2 or something like that. Lucas Mack, Lukis. He's got tattoos and a bald head. He's the man. Go to his breathwork class, course, workshop, and you will have an experience there, okay? Or go to Rhythmia and do 4 nights of ayahuasca bookended with 2 nights of breathwork, and they do holotropic breathwork, psychedelic breathwork, 2 nights. And so that's only $7,000 to go on that trip, $5,000 to $7,000. So what do you eat in a day and what is your portion size look like? I don't really answer that question because everyone's different. And if you knew my eating style and tried to copy it, it's just not going to be right for you. And so I'm very reticent to share like what I eat. First of all, I eat intuitively. So I don't have any portion size. I don't know what I'm going to eat next. I eat when I'm hungry and I eat real food. Tonight, I do have some people coming over, and I do like to barbecue and share meals with people. It's one of the best things you can do for your mental health. And so, and my daughter likes to cook, and I have my business partner over here. So we will do. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to make chicken or something. I'll let my daughter cook, and I'll probably have vegetables and meat. Sometimes I have white rice, non-inflammatory. I usually eat one meal a day, but I also take micronutrients. Somebody asks, is this Purium green powder? Yes, this is organic wheatgrass. Super fresh. You add water to it, it reconstitutes it. It has all the enzymes in it. It's not, it's dried at 88 degrees, so it has all the enzymes. It's just like fresh juice when you add water to it. So I'll have a superfood drink. I'll have some herbs. I'll have some amino acids. I'll hydrate. Maybe I'll have a few quarts of water. I have some apple cider from Apple Bob up in Sedona. I have that here. Maybe I'll have a little bit of that. And then I'll have maybe a snack, maybe a piece of fruit. I don't eat too much fruit. And then I'll have my one meal a day at night. And it's usually meat and vegetables, or meat and white rice, or meat and vegetables. And so, and I'm a pretty sparse chef. It's usually meat on a stick type of thing. I'm not too fancy. Barbaro's here now, and he likes to cook, and so well, he likes clean and good food. So he goes to the farmer's market. He has titanium cookware, like $6,000 worth of pots over here, and he makes good food. And it's usually just very simple too, but he does use a lot of herbs, and sometimes he like puts like beets in there and carrots and stuff like that. So very simple, guys, very simple. And so it's not what I eat, it's what works for you. But again, I eat super clean, pasture raised, farmer direct, grass fed, healthy animals type of thing. Aren't you the famous actor? Why people are typing that you're a woman now? I don't understand. Marketing Vergara Accessorios. Uh, it sounds like another retarded child on TikTok. All doped up on gender bending, right? They're confusing the populace, right? There's many genders. There's boys and there's girls, guys. Don't be confused. It's basic biology. And so that might get me flagged on social media just for speaking truth. You're gorgeous. I have a hard time not eating at night while watching TV. Well, turn off the TV, Angela, my love. And so turn off the TV. Get away from the TV. Unplug your TV. How about that? And then go out for a walk or take a hot Epsom salt bath. Start putting yourself first. Start loving yourself first. Did you say magnesium breakthrough biooptimizers for the stomach acid? No, they have an HCl product. And so, and they have good enzymes too. Do you eat clean fish? Yeah, when I can find it. We've trashed this planet, so the oceans are trashed as well. Have you ever tried magnesium drops extracted from seawater? I think somebody sent me some of that from Hawaii. Brother Sage did. I would love to know your weekly exercise protocol. So, and again, I exercise intuitively, but back on somebody wanted to know my diet. I have made videos, the mukbang Americana. Go Google that. Hashtag that mukbang Americana, and I eat with my children and my my business partner. I've done many of them on YouTube, on Instagram, and so you can look at my mukbangs, and that's what I eat, and that's basically what I just explained to you. And so my weekly exercise protocol. I exercise intuitively. I exercise every day. I move my body every day. I ride a bicycle for transportation. Um, I've lived on the beach. I like to walk as well. I don't walk as much anymore because I ride my bike. And I have electric bikes, which keep me moving, and I can do many more miles on that. And then I go to the gym at least once a day. I practice some type of yoga, stretching, foam rolling. I move my body. Holy shit. I just got kicked off of fucking TikTok. Oh my God. Look at fucking that. Violation reasons, hate speech and hateful behaviors. What a fucking crock of shit. TikTok is enriched by various backgrounds of our community members. Our differences should be respected rather than cause for division. We do not allow any hateful behavior. This is fucking bullshit. This includes content that attacks a person or group. Some fucking, do you agree with this decision? No. Fuck no. I mean, what a crying shame fucking world we live in, man. It is such a crying shame. And you know what? My guy tells me to stay off of TikTok. Phew, man, I was just gonna meditate, but I got caught up in answering the questions. You know, free speech is dead, guys. Free speech is dead. So this is incredible. Unbelievable. All right, guys, I'm going to cut you loose. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.